Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and in this video we are going to discuss about the second part of annual time cycle series. In my last video, that is the first part of annual time cycle series, we discussed about the basics of annual time cycle, types of time cycles, we discussed how time cycle trading is different than price action trading, and in this second part of video we are going to discuss most important things, and that is what I said, that is going to be the cream of annual time cycle concept. That means in this video we are going to discuss briefly about the strategies, how swing traders can trade with the help of annual time cycle data, how day traders and BTST trader, that is buy today sell tomorrow traders, for taking the trading decision. And in this video also I am going to share my back tested report, that is a both long term and short term annual cycle report, and based on that back tested report we will together cross check the back tested report on historical charts. So watch this video till the end, don't skip anywhere, because if you skip anywhere in this video then you are going to miss some important information which I have not shared anywhere earlier. And if you are directly watching this second part of video, then I suggest you to go back to my part 1 of this video, watch that video first and then come here and watch the part 2 video. And now without wasting much time, let's go to my laptop and let us start this presentation on part 2 of annual time cycle series. This part is going to be the most important of this time cycle series, because here we are going to discuss main point of the time cycle, that is about the strategies, about the back tested report, everything. And here you are going to see the real power of time cycle, power of annual cycle. Now, before we start with the backtesting report, let us see how I have done the backtesting. You should know that what are the criteria I have chosen for the backtested report. Price value considered from the opening of the start of the candle, that is the beginning of cycle, and close of the end of the candle. That means every cycle have a beginning date and end date. For the long term annual cycle, date can be far, maybe 10 days, 15 days, 20 days. That means if January 15th is the beginning date, then end date can be January 25th or January 30th or even February 5th or 10th, like that for the long term. Short term could be 1 to 3 days or 4 days. Okay. So that means if January 15th, then end cycle could be January 16th. That means only 2 days, or January 17th. That means 3 days. So this is the long term, this is the short term. Another point I forgotten to mention in the first part, you already know that if cycle start from 23rd to 25th February, then you have to take the opening of 23rd February, close of the 25th February to know whether that cycle worked or no, right? I said if 23rd is a Friday, then you can't take 24th and 25th because it's Saturday, Sunday market closed. Then you can take the 26th February, right? That is what I said. That means one day prior or one day after if Saturday, Sunday comes. Now what if 23rd is the beginning of cycle which falls on Friday? 24th cycle falls on Saturday, 25th cycle when date is ending, that is falling on Sunday. Now if you think that you will take 26th Monday, assume that Monday also falls on some holiday. So that means beginning of date is 23rd February, it was Friday. After that 24th is market holiday, 25th is market holiday because Saturday, Sunday, 26th also market holiday because of some reason. But cycle ending on 25th. Next market opens only on 27th. But cycle is from 23rd to 25th February. Now what you will do? Will you take the 27th February now? Because 26th you can't take it because market is closed for some holiday. Then will you take 27th? No, you should not take it. That's what I forgot to mention in my first part, but I am mentioning it here in this video. In that case, what you have to do? In that case, 23rd February open and 23rd February close take up. The biggest confusion comes while doing the back testing, which date to take. So now only I am telling you that read this slide if you are confused how to take the date. Okay, for example, look at this chart. This chart I have shown you earlier also that 23rd to 25th February in Asian Paints, it was a bearish cycle. In the earlier part I shown this, but there I done one mistake. In that mistake, I think I have taken 23rd February open and 27th February close, but that was not right. Okay. So make that correction. That means same day open and same day close you have to take. So that is the one thing which can be more useful for day traders. So this is the one information for day traders. Day traders, there are many strategies based on short-term annual cycle. Okay, we are going to see it again when we do the back testing, when I discuss back testing report. Okay, you will see that when I have taken only one day as a beginning and close of cycle, and when I have not taken everything, we'll discuss. Next is, if some stock have up cycle from specific date to specific date, doesn't mean that it rallied 10%, 20%, 30%, 40%. Okay, it simply means close price of the candle was higher than the open of the candle. Even if price value difference is just to 1 point, still considered as a up cycle or down cycle. Tata Motors, when I backtested, stayed bullish September 30th to October 30th for 1 month, 9 out of 10 times. Now, here for your example, I have given the example only from 2020 to 2023. Okay. In the year 2021, you can see that move was 46% from the beginning to end cycle. For example, 2021 chart is here. When the cycle began here and cycle ended here, can you believe it? It rallied 46% in just 30 days, September 30th to October 29. But does it mean that every year it rallied like this? All four chart, if you see, this upcycle work, okay, because that's what I checked 9 out of 10 times. But I am giving you example only from 2020 to 2023 now. But in year 2020, what happened? September 30th price was 131.55. October 30th price was 132.65. How much? Less than 1%. But still it will be considered as a upcycle. Why? Because what I said, annual cycle will only tell you that beginning cycle to end cycle, if the price is above the open of the candle of the beginning of cycle, then it is known as cycle is up cycle. Here 2022, you can see that 3.7%. 398 was the open price. When closed, it was 412, 3%. In 2023 also that cycle worked. You can see that from here, it went till here, but when cycle ended, it was 1.6%. So here 46% Tata Motors upcycle worked. Here less than 1%, but it's a bullish only. It worked. Here 3.7% worked. Here 1.6%. Now you know that why I was telling you that up cycle or down cycle, don't be under impression that it rallied 10%, 20%, 30% like that. Even if it stayed bullish for 1%, it considered as up cycle only. What is important is beginning of the cycle, what is the open price, and close of the cycle, what is the close price. Okay. And next one is backtesting done on the price value of daily time frame chart, not on any smaller time frame chart. What is the difference between daily time frame chart and smaller time frame chart? When you check the closing price of any stock on daily time frame chart, you may see different price, but when you go to smaller time frame, say 5 minutes chart, same stock, same exchange, and you see that price will be small difference. What is the reason for it? The reason is smaller time frame chart, for example 5 minutes chart or any smaller time frame chart, closing price what you see, that is the closing price at 3:30 p.m. when market closed. But when you go to daily time frame chart, the price what you see at the closing, that is the closing price taken based on last 30 minutes average price. That's why you most of the time see the small difference between smaller time frame and larger time frame. All my backtesting done on daily time frame chart. When you are doing backtesting, then keep the daily time frame chart, not on smaller time frame chart. For example, you can see that here two charts I have mentioned. Can you see that here on the upside, you can see that this is the Asian Paints daily time frame chart. Okay, on the upside is the daily time frame chart. On downside is 5 minutes chart. So the what you have seen, the candle here is the 23rd February. What candle you see here is the 26th February. So what you can see here, what is the opening price on 23rd February, daily time frame chart 2999 of Asian Paints. But what is showing on 5 minutes chart? 5 minutes chart, it is showing 2995. But what is the closing price? It is showing on 26th February closing price, it is showing 2868. Here it is showing 2869, right? On daily time frame chart is showing 2868, 26th February close, but smaller time frame is showing 2869. Why there is a small difference? Because it should be the same, right? That's what I said. 5 minutes chart, what you see, that is the closing price at 330, and what you see on daily time frame chart, it is based on average price of last 30 minutes. So that is what I said. When you do the back testing, do the back testing on daily time frame chart, not on 5 minutes time frame or any smaller time frame. Next one, back testing done on NSE chart, not on BSE chart. I've done all my back testing on NSE chart. I prefer NSE chart because NSE chart have a better liquidity. For example, look at this, both the chart, daily time frame chart. This is the Asian Paints NSE chart. This is the Asian Paints BSE chart. For a moment, if you look at this chart, you see that there is no much difference, right? You can say it is similar, but not the exact. So you will see small difference between the NSE and BSE chart. In the naked eyes, it may look like same, but if you closely watch it, then you see that there will be some difference between the chart in NSE BSE. For example, look at the Asian Paints NSE chart from this candle to this candle. You can see that there was a gap down here, right? This candle to this candle. I have not marked how much points and all, but with a naked eye only you can see that gap down was bigger here, gap down was smaller here. Same date, chart is different, same stock, Asian Paints. The upper one is NSE, below one is BSE. So you can clearly see that gap down was bigger in NSE chart, it was smaller in BSE chart. So what it shows that small difference will be there between the NSE BSE chart, and I suggest you also NSE chart because NSE chart have a better liquidity. And the next one, annual time cycle can change its cycle after few years. Very, very important. Never be overconfident, never be under impression that whatever the cycle you see, oh, last 10 years, this cycle worked specific date to specific date. That means every year it will work. No, nothing like that. Okay, just like price action, time cycle also probability. Annual time cycle can change its cycle after few years. I've seen that some cycle works very well for few years and after that it changes its cycle. That means after that specific date may not work. It may catch some other cycle. All backtesting done manually, so possibility of human error while entering the backtested report. Remember, whatever the backtesting report you are going to see, that is manually entered. So when you do the manual entry, then there are chances that you may do some mistake, right? Dates may sometimes while entering you may do the mistake. While mentioning bullish, you may mention bearish. So there are human errors are possible while entering in my backtested report. So what I highly suggest is verify the dates with the historical chart before taking any trade. Whatever the backtest report you see it, again cross check it. Finally, past performance is not the guarantee of future result. Okay. That means past, if it worked 10 out of 10 times on specific days, bullish or bearish, that doesn't mean that future also it will work. Again, I am repeating here, time cycle should be used along with price action for high probability trades because you have both information on your side. That is how you can take the help of time cycle in your trading. Earlier slide we discussed points to remember while doing the back testing. Now we will discuss points to remember while trading annual time cycle. Unlike price action, it doesn't move smoothly on the chart. What I mean by that, I'll show you with the chart so you understand that. Time cycle movement can be zigzag, so one should be aware of right strategy to trade annual time cycle. Okay, I said annual time cycle, not like price action which moves smoothly on the chart, right? Price action, you know that if it comes to the resistance, if it breaks, then it can make a breakout and it can start going up, or if it faces resistance, it can come down. So price action is smoother on the chart, but time cycle is like a zigzag. Zigzag means up and down like this. That is what I said. For example, look at this chart. This is the Reliance Industries. Reliance Industries have a upcycle from 28 June to 22nd July. That means historically, I have checked that last 10 years, Reliance mostly worked bullish. That means upcycle, that is 9 years out of last 10 years. Though it's a upcycle, for example, I've taken the example of 2019 here. The chart what you are seeing here is 28th June to 22nd July year 2019. Cycle started from here, this candle. Date is 28th June, where cycle was supposed to end on 22nd July. What cycle? Upcycle means what? I said upcycle means from the beginning of cycle, you have to see the open of that candle, and end of the cycle, you have to see the close of the candle. If it is a positive closing, that means cycle upcycle work. What was the 28th June opening was 1148, right? This candle open 1148. When cycle ended, what was the Reliance closing 22nd July? It was 1151. So that means how many points? Around 3 points up move only, right? So ask yourself, if you have taken a long trade here when cycle started and you waited till 22nd July and you closed the trade at the time of market closing, where it closed? It closed at 1151. You made how much profit? You made only around 3 rupees profit in this trade. Cycle was up. Yeah, for a moment it went up. From the 20 MA it came down. Again it started going up, closing above the 20 MA. Then again it started coming down. And finally, when the cycle was supposed to end on 22nd July, suddenly huge bullish candle came. Look at the candle size last day of the cycle. It made a huge bullish candle. And where that candle closed? That candle closed above the opening of this line, right? Opening of this candle, which was 1148, right? Closed at 1151. So that is what I said. It's a zigzag, right? It is not smooth. It up, down, and finally it closed above it. Another example, same cycle, 28th June to 22nd July. This is the year 2022. Earlier was 2019. Where was the cycle begin? Same date. This is where cycle started. Where cycle ended on 22nd July, cycle ended here. Can you see that what was the open price when cycle started? 2253. Open price was 2253. When the cycle ended, it was 2272. Around 19 points up more, right? But if you have taken a long trade when cycle started at the beginning of the cycle, has it started going like this? No, right? It went up for the first 3 days, then sudden one big bearish candle, and then it stayed sideways for a very long time. And finally, just 3 days before the cycle is ending, suddenly one candle came closing above the open of the beginning of the cycle, right? And finally, when cycle ended, it closed here. And as per the time cycle, we say that this cycle worked, up cycle worked. Why? We only look at the open and close when the cycle started and when cycle closed. But somebody who has taken trade, he would have got trapped every time, right? That means initially it looked like it is going up. Suddenly it started, made a big bearish candle. Then it stayed sideways and suddenly huge gap up. That is what I mean to say. Time cycle is like a zigzag. That means it is not that buying a call option because it's a up cycle and then selling it when cycle ends. So this is not, that is how it is done in time cycle. It is not like a simple like, oh, buy a call option when cycle begins and when cycle ends that day square off. No, there are strategies involved which we discuss when we comes to the strategy section. So applying risk defined option strategy like debit spread, credit spread is the most ideal option method to trade annual time cycle. Option buying is fine only if one trades with proper position sizing. But one must be aware of other things like volatility, time to expiry before option buying. Because option buying, many people just buy the call option, put option without knowing that there is something called volatility. When you buy option, when volatility is very high, even though you market is going in your direction, you bought a call option and that stock is going up and your call option is not going up. It may stay flat or it may even go down and you are making losses because you bought when volatility is very high. Second is time to expiry. That means you bought a call option without knowing that that same day or next day it is expiring, monthly expiry, and you bought a out of the money call option, and because of the theta decay, even though market is slowly going up, your option price is not going up because of the theta is nearer. Okay, that all the things you have to know, because option buying you need to have basic knowledge. So that is what credit spread, debit spread is slightly nullify theta decay and volatility and all this. So that's why that is better. Next is naked option selling or future trading should be totally avoided unless one is using price action method as a primary trading method with a stop loss and time cycle as a reference. Then it is okay. For example, if you are a price action trader, okay, you know that there is a resistance here and you buy it once resistance is broken, and then you keep your stop loss, right? Whether you are trading future or option selling, then it is okay because you are giving more importance to price action. You are trading based on price action. You are keeping time cycle method as a reference just to see When that breakout happened, what is time cycle is telling you that? Time cycle is telling you that from that day for next few days, historically that days were bullish day for that stock. Then you have two information, price information and time information. No need to hold the trade till the cycle ends. If you went long here, because from the beginning cycle to end cycle, it was a up cycle, bullish cycle historically, then not necessary that you have to wait till the cycle ends. Okay. You can square off your position anywhere time before the cycle ends. No need to hold it till the cycle ends. Why it is not required? Because sometimes what happens, you bought here and it started going up, you are already in good profit, you did not book your profit, and finally it closed here. What was the open price? Open price was say around 170 and it closed at say 171, 172. Till this cycle worked because close was above the open price, but already it was at 180 and you did not book your profit. Now you gave away all your profit. So that is what I mean to say, you can book your profit here only. Okay, no need to wait till the cycle ends. Before trading stock option, along with the volatility, time to expiry, you have to see liquidity also. Okay, very important. You have to see whether that stock have good liquidity or no. Whether it's in ban period, that also you have to check it. Stock option a little bit tricky trading. Many things you have to see whether that have a liquidity or no. Okay, now we are coming to the most important part of annual time cycle series, and that is strategies. Here we are going to discuss strategies of annual time cycle. Before I discuss about strategies, let me tell you that even though there are only 4 strategies, it doesn't have too many strategies in the time cycle, only 4 strategies. That is, 2 strategies are bullish method, 2 strategies are bearish method. But those strategies only 4, but I have to discuss very detailed. If I start discussing very detailed way with charts and everything, then this is going to be very lengthy video. Okay, because you know that first part of the video was very lengthy. This video also going to be very lengthy. And if I discussed everything about strategies, then it will be very lengthy. Otherwise, I have to make one separate video, that is the part 3 video only for strategies. That's why what I have done, I am going to discuss only briefly here about what are the strategies, but detailed strategies will be discussed in a separate video, which I'll tell you that how you can get that separate video on strategies, which discussed in much detail with the chart examples, everything that I'll tell you at the end of this video. There are only 4 strategies to trade annual cycle. That is, first strategy is trading early in a up cycle. What is the meaning of trading early in a up cycle? That means, okay, January 5th is the beginning of cycle. January 15th is the end of the cycle. That means taking a trade on the beginning date, the moment market opens, then only taking the trade known as trading early in a up cycle. That means trading that on exact date only, that is called trading early in up cycle, which is a bullish method. Second strategy is trading late in up cycle. Same example, January 15th and January 30th, you have a up cycle. That means one I said trading early in a up cycle, right? What is the trading late in a up cycle? That means you will not take the long trade on this day. Okay, you will not take a long trade. You will take long trade somewhere in the middle of the cycle. Somewhere in the middle of the cycle, you take the trade. That is called trading late in an up cycle. Okay, now to briefly explain you what is the meaning of entering late in the up cycle, I've taken the same chart, Reliance Industries, which I shown you earlier. Okay, this is the chart of 28 June to 22nd July 2019, and Reliance have a up cycle during that period. So just assume that when you have this information that Reliance historically stayed bullish from 28 June to 22nd July, then if you have taken a long trade here and waited for cycle to end thinking that you are going to make a big profit because it's an up cycle, just imagine what happened. It started going up and down, up and down, up and down, and finally it closed here, right? If you held on to your trade, your profit would have been only 3 points, around 3 points, because open price was Reliance 1148 when cycle started, and when cycle closed, it was 1151. Yes, up cycle worked, but hardly you must have made 3 points profit. But same thing, if I tell you that don't enter long here when the cycle started, enter late in the cycle. What is the meaning of late in the cycle? Date, you know that 28 June to 22nd July. Late mean not entering at the beginning, somewhere just few days before the cycle ends, entering long here, maybe when price was trading around this price. Okay, what was the price? Around 1120, around that time. Now entering around 1120, instead of entering here and keeping a target of, what is the target? Target is 1148. Why? That was the opening when cycle started, right? So you would have made how much points profit from here to here? You would have kept a target of 28 points, right? That is the 11202, your target of 1148. So that means instead of entering at the beginning of the cycle, had you entered late, then you would have made bigger profit. Now you know that what I mean by entering late in the cycle. Another example, same thing which I shown you chart earlier also, same Reliance chart. You know that same cycle 28 June to 22nd July in 2022. Instead of going long here at the beginning of the cycle only, maybe 3-4 days or 1 week before, when price was trading around this range, when it was trading, I'm giving you approximately, okay, during that time it was trading around 2180. What is your target? Target is open price, right? 2253, 2180 to 2253. That means you had a profit potential of 73 points by entering late in the cycle. But had you entered at the beginning of the cycle and you held on to your trade till the close of the cycle, your profit would have been how much? Around 19 points. Entering late would have given you bigger profit rather than entering at the beginning of the cycle. Now I am sure you have understood what I mean by beginning of cycle, end of the cycle. But every time you have to enter at the end of the cycle? No, sometimes entering at the beginning of the cycle also can be more profitable than entering late in the cycle. So that is what I said in the beginning. In this video, I will be discussing briefly about the strategy, because if I discuss everything about the strategy, then I have to make one more video, because already it's a very lengthy video. So that's why I made one separate video about the strategies, where I will discuss everything: when you have to enter at the beginning of cycle, when you have to enter at the late of the cycle, when you have to take the trade, how many days before you can take the trade, where exactly, everything will be discussed in the strategy section. What is the third strategy? Third strategy is based on the bearish method. That means again opposite of trading early in up cycle in bullish method. Here opposite. So for example, this is the January 15th and January 30th. You have a down cycle. That means bearish. That means trading early in a down cycle means you take a short entry here only on the beginning of cycle and you close your position on January 30th. So you take a trade on the first day only when cycle begin. Now what is the trading late in a down cycle? That means you will not take the trade anywhere here. Okay, you will take the trade somewhere in the middle of the cycle or somewhere cycle almost ending. Then you will take a short trade. That's it. Looks very simple, but it is a powerful method. Okay, these are the 4 strategies. Now before we see the backtested report, when to avoid annual time cycle setup. Avoid entering a trade just before the earning report or events because of the high volatility and uncertainty. Okay, even price action also we discussed that before some events, avoid taking the trade because it doesn't move based on the price action. It moves based on the news, right? Same way, if you want to trade time cycle also, don't trade near the earning report or near the events. Okay, I said avoid entering just before the earning report. For example, this is the Infosys stock. It had a up cycle from 28th July to 23rd July in the short term annual cycle. What does that mean? That means historically 28th July open to 23rd July close was a positive. That means it was bullish, right? But what happened here? You can see that here what happened. This was the 28th July open, right? As per historically 23rd July would have been positive. That means it should have stayed above the 28th July open price, right? So that means 23rd July, it should have been close like this, because where is the open price? Open price here when cycle begin, when cycle ended, it should have been above this, right? That is what historically it worked as a up cycle. That means it should have been above the open price. What is the price? But where it closed on 23rd July, it closed here, right? 1340 around. As per the time cycle, it should have stayed above it, but it stayed here. If you're trading without stop loss, if you are trading without stop loss in the future trading or option selling, can you imagine your loss? How big your loss would have been if you had taken a long trade on this candle? That is why I said don't trade in the option selling or future trading. So that is why there can be gap ups and gap downs near to earning report. I think after market or during the market hours, most probably after market hours, earning report which would have been, maybe it was a negative next day where market opened. Even though annual cycle was a up cycle, but still it didn't work, right? So that is why avoid trading before the earning report or events. Avoid if price is stretched too away from the target price. What is the target? Target is the candle opening of the beginning of the candle. What I mean by that, here in this example, Reliance have a up cycle from 1st July to 4th July. Where is the 1st July candle? 1st July candle here, right? Where is the 4th July? As per the cycle, what is the open price July 1st? Around 2320, right? So if upcycle historically worked, that means 2022, you would have expected price to close above the price of the when cycle begin, above 2320. But can you see that where 4th July price closed around 2200? So that is what price is already stretched too away from the open price, right? July 4th when market opened, first say what is the cycle? Only 2 days cycle, 1st to 4th July, right? 2nd, 3rd was a Saturday, Sunday. 4th when market opened, market must have opened around 2160. And where is your target? 2320. So market has to go this much in a single day. Very unlikely in a single day. So don't take the trade, okay? Because price is too stretched from the target price. Avoid stock which doesn't have good liquidity in option. One can refer Opstra Define Edge platform to know which stock have a good liquidity. Okay, I'm not doing promotion of Opstra Define Edge. Okay, just I'm saying it because I use Opstra and I felt it's a very good platform for option traders. So that is why from here you can see the liquidity. For example, if you go to Opstra Define Edge, you will know which stocks have a good liquidity. I taken screenshot from Opstra. Okay, go to options dashboard and there click this liquidity and you'll see some stocks will have a yellow star, some stocks will not have any star, right? Blank. So whichever the stocks have this kind of color, yellow colored, that means it has a good liquidity. Nifty, Bank Nifty, anyway, no doubt it always have good liquidity. Then there is a stock called Aarti Industries. It has good liquidity. That's why it is in the yellow star. ABB stock doesn't have good liquidity. About India doesn't have good liquidity. Aditya Birla Capital doesn't have good liquidity. That's why there is no star. Aditya Birla Fashion and Retail have a good liquidity. That's why there is a yellow color. ACC have a liquidity. That's why it's in yellow color. Adani Enterprise have a liquidity. That's why it's in yellow color. Okay, so that is how you can decide which stocks you have to trade, which stocks have a good liquidity. This one we already discussed. Avoid future trading or option selling. Credit spread or debit spread is always better. I said avoid trading in future or option selling. Credit spread or debit spread is the ideal. Option buying only in specific setups. What is that specific setup? You can go for option buying that we discuss in our strategy section. Again, for the spreads also you can go for a Opstra Define Edge. For example, if you go to Opstra and click on option builder, you can type here which stock you want to trade. I have given just example. Then you can see whether you want to go for a bullish, bearish. Okay, what is the up cycle or down cycle, bullish or bearish? Then you can decide whether you want for a debit spread or a credit spread. Then you can enter here. Okay, then look for expiry. When I have taken the screenshot, expiry was very nearer, but I suggest you to avoid trading when expiry is very near. So because nearest expiry have a higher theta decay. Okay, this is just for example. So once you see the payoff diagram, always ensure that your losing side is protected. That means you have a fixed loss. Okay, your loss is not unlimited. That is what important. Even it goes by another 100, 200 points wherever, your maximum loss is fixed. Right here it mentioned that maximum loss is this much. So that is what important. Ensure that your maximum loss is fixed when you are trading based on time cycle. Avoid averaging a losing trade if trade is not going in desired direction, because time cycle is not a holy grail method. Sun Pharma have a bearish cycle from 12th April to 12th May. That means 12th April to 12th May, most of the time Sun Pharma stayed bearish. But in year 2021, what happened? Instead of staying bearish, it stayed bullish, right? So many traders would have started shorting here, shorting here, shorting here, shorting here. Why? Because they know that it's a down cycle. That means price has to close below the opening of the beginning of cycle, but it didn't work, right? It stayed bullish rather than bearish. So people who started shorting here, started shorting here, all would have made a loss. So that is what known as adding to losing position. Avoid averaging a losing trade if trade is not going in desired direction. Don't ignore price action. Price action is still most powerful way of trading. Time cycle can give that additional edge to price action trading because now we have both time and price information. Don't ignore price action. If I'm talking about the time cycle in this video, doesn't mean that we can ignore the price action. No, okay. Price action is still most powerful way of trading. Time cycle can give that additional edge. Strict risk management and right position sizing is a must in any trading method. So if you are a trader who is looking for a 100% win rate strategy, then come out of it, because even after being in market for 20 years, still I not found one. Our objective is to increase the win rate from whatever we are currently getting. That's it. And now the next comes the most important, which you all have been eagerly waiting to see my back tested report. And that is what I am going to show you now. Long-term annual cycle and short-term annual cycle. Okay, now you can see that I have opened my back tested annual cycle report. Here I open the long-term annual cycle report, and you can see that on the left side, on the extreme left, all the dates I have mentioned, all the calendar dates, and on the right side I have all the stocks. So you can see that dates. If you scroll down, you can see that it has date from January 1st till 31st of December. After that, again I started till 15 January because some cycles have started at the end of the December, must have spilled till the first week of January. That's why I had to mention till 15 January. Otherwise, you can see that this annual cycle report have entire calendar days from 1st January till 31st December. All the stocks I have mentioned their cycles. Now, how to read this report? So you can see that some stocks are in the bold letter, some stocks are not in the bold letter. For example, if you come here, you can see that Tata Consumer in the bold letter, IPCA I have not mentioned in the bold letter. Coal India, you can see that I have mentioned in the bold letter, but some are not in the bold letter. Like you can see that here, Crompton Greaves are not in the bold letter. ITC and Asian Paints are mentioned in the bold letter. Why some stocks are in the bold letter, some are not? Based on the liquidity. Okay, I said you should trade stocks which have good liquidity, right? For your ready reference, I have mentioned the stocks with the bold. That means generally the stocks have a good liquidity, but still you should check it from Opstra. Next is all stocks based on minimum 10 years historical price charts. So if I mentioned here JSW Steel from 6th January till 21st January, that means at least if you go back to the historical charts and check JSW Steel from 6th January, 21st January, it must have stayed bearish most of the time in last 10 years. For example, if you go and HCL Tech, if you check the last 10 years data, you will see most of the time HCL Tech stayed bullish from 3rd January to 17th January. But same time, you should remember that it doesn't say that from 6th January to 21st January, there was a big crash in JSW Steel historically. No, it doesn't say that. It only says that it stayed bearish. That means 6th January candle open price and 21st January close price. Okay, close price of the candle, you will see that it was a negative. For same way, if you look at the HCL Tech, it says that from 3rd January till 17th January, it was a positive. That means this day to this day, HCL Tech would have stayed bullish most of the time. That is what it says. Okay, and another thing is that don't get confused that, oh, JSW Steel 6th January to 21st January, that means every day it was a bearish candle. No, it was not a bearish candle. There must have been many bullish candle in between. Only it says that this date to this date it was a bearish. Green box means beginning of the cycle, end of the box means end of the cycle. So that is whatever you see here. For example, if you look at the Lupin, you can see that Lupin have a box till here to here, 1st January till 18th January. Okay, so that means cycle started on 1st January, ended on 18th January. Selected stocks only which featured in F&O segment currently. Okay, so that means this list have a major F&O stocks. You may not see some stocks. For example, if you look at the IRCTC,
IRCT stocks you may not see in this Excel report. Why you may not see? Because IRCTC have historical data only last 5-6 years. It doesn't have last 10 years historical data. That's why maybe it is not appearing here. So if you think that some stocks is not appearing here, then possibly it is that that stock did not feature in F&O for last 10 years. Another reason is that stock must have not have any up cycle or down cycle consistently for 10 years. That also could be possibility. But otherwise, you will see that most of the major F&O stocks are appearing in this report. Criteria while backtesting report is selection based on minimum 80% of the time cycle repeated in the past. So that means, for example, if you look at ITC, if I mentioned from 1st January to 20th January, that means out of last 10 years, at least 80% of the time, that means 8 out of 10 years, it would have stayed bullish. Backtesting list prepared on 15th May. So all backtesting data based on till 15 May 2024. Why I'm saying that? It may happen that this is 2024. Some person may be looking at this report in 2027 and he might be thinking that I am saying 10 years, but 2025 this cycle didn't work, 2026 didn't work, 2027 didn't work. Then how I am saying 8 of 10 times? So for that I mentioned that till 2024 because I don't have the data of 2025, 2026, 2027 and all this, right? Cycle length taken minimum 10 to 30 days. So that means 10 to 30 days, that is what the cycle. You can see that all the cycle either between 10 to 30 days. List is manually entered, so possibility of human errors. Hence, cross-check it on the chart while backtesting, while referring for the trades. Very, very important. Remember, all this I manually entered it. So that is why there could be some mistakes, human error, right? We make mistakes while entering it. Somewhere maybe date mistake. Somewhere maybe instead of mentioning bullish, I must have mentioned bearish. Somewhere maybe it got repeated. Okay, that all could have happened because of the manually entering here. So that's why what I suggest is that cross-check it, verify it on the historical charts. I have checked it on the TradingView, so I suggest you to check it on the TradingView only. Don't just rely on this backtested report thinking that, oh, everything is right. I'll trade based on whatever it is shown here. No, you go and cross-check it, verify it. Past performance is not the guarantee of future results. So this is about the time cycle report. Okay, this is the short-term annual cycle. Same thing what I have mentioned in the long-term annual cycle, same applies for short-term annual cycle. Only thing is that here cycle length changes. There it was 10 to 30 days. It is here around 1 to 4 days. Okay, approximately 2 to 3 days. You can see that mostly here. And same applies here. Past performance is not the guarantee of future result. Here you can see that all are very small cycle, right? There we seen that 10 days, 15 days, 30 days. That was more ideal for swing traders, positional traders who hold the stocks for long time, 15 days, 1 month, 20 days. Here people who are interested more in short term, like day traders or a BTST trader, buy today, sell tomorrow, or a short term swing trader who holds stocks only for a couple of days, 2-3 days, that's it. So that kind of people have, this report is more handy for them. Here also you can see that entire calendar year, 1st January to 31st December, you can see that it has major F&O stocks data which historically stayed bullish or bearish. Now, since you have seen how I prepared the annual cycle report, now we'll do the back testing on the TradingView charts to see how it worked historically. Now we'll start with the long term first, then we'll come to the short term. Okay, since now we have discussed all the main points, how to read the backtested report, now comes the aha moment. That means now you are going to see how this dates up cycle, down cycle I mentioned for all these stocks, how it is working on the chart. And you will be amazed, really time cycle is very powerful, which I have been saying that 99% of traders, they are not aware of time cycle method in trading. So I can't do the back testing on the TradingView chart with all the stocks now because there are so many stocks. It may take even days and weeks if I keep doing it. But after this video, once if you get the back tested report, then you have to do back testing manually, then only you'll get the confidence. I have taken only a couple of stocks from this list, and one I have taken is Hindustan Unilever. because Hindustan Unilever is highly liquid stocks. You know that one of the large cap stocks. So that is why I decided one of the stocks I'll choose is Hindustan Unilever. And I've seen that Hindustan Unilever have a down cycle from 19th January till 31st January. That means historically Hindustan Unilever stayed bearish from 19th to 31st January. And we said more than 80% of the time, right? Out of 10 years, at least 8 years, you would see that Hindustan Unilever stayed bearish. Let's go to the chart now and let us do the backtesting on Hindustan Unilever. Okay, now we came to Hindustan Unilever. This is the NSE chart. This is the daily time frame chart. Now we have to go to last 10 years, 19th January to 31st January. We have to see whether it stayed bearish or no, right? When I show you the chart, when I keep the cursor on the beginning of cycle, for example, this is the 2024 19 January. What you have to see? You have to see here. What is the open price at the beginning of cycle? That is what you have to see. And when I keep it on the last candle close of the cycle, then you have to see what is the closing price. Okay, that is what you have to see to know whether it's remained bearish or no. And second thing is that already I mentioned the arrow here so that it will be easier to see where is the beginning and where is the end cycle. So let us start with the year 2024. 19th January 2024, open price was 2565 and when cycle ended on 31st January, it was 2481. You can clearly see that it was bearish as per the backtested report. Next, let us go to 2023. This is the 2023, 19th January. You have to see the open price, right? Open price is 2670 and 31st January when it was closed, when the cycle ended, it was 2576. Next, we have come to the 2022. Open price was 2364 and on 31st January, close price was 2773. Again, in year 2022 also you can see that Hindustan Unilever stayed bearish. Next, we are saying year 2021. Open price was 2342 and when cycle ended, close price was 2248. Here you can see that I have taken 1st February. Why? Because 31st January was Sunday. That's why I had to take 1st February. Okay, now this is the next year 2020. I have taken 20th January. Why? Because 19th January was Sunday. So 20th January was open was 2060 and on 31st January it was 2034. Again, this cycle worked. And look at this. Look at the how bullish Hindustan Unilever before the cycle started. Once cycle started, after that till 31st December, it made a bearish during that cycle. After that, look at this. Again, it started bouncing, right? That is what you have seen the power of time cycle. Here, look at this. This year it failed. Okay. You can see that after a long time, now it is failed. In 2019, we have taken 18 January because 19 January was Saturday and 31st January, it didn't stay bearish, right? It stayed bullish. Open was 1750 and close was 1763. So here cycle failed. This is the 19th January, open price 1370 and close price was 1369.35. So that means still it is bearish only, right? But I said there are two types of cycle. One is entering at the beginning of the cycle. Another one is entering at the late of the cycle. That is what we discuss in strategies. So that means if I told you that don't enter short here at the beginning of cycle, rather short here when price is taking resistance from this candle. Now don't you think that you would have made a good profit? Because when you have entered here near that resistance, already you know the target. What is your target? Target is the opening when cycle started. That is 1370 is your target. And near the resistance was 1406. So don't you think that it was a good strategy? Means you had an opportunity to make 30 points profit. But if you have entered at the beginning of cycle, you must have made only 1 point profit, right? So you can see that it was just only 1 point. But by knowing a strategy, you would have entered here near the resistance rather than going short here. Now, this is the 19th January, year 2017. Open price was 865 and close price was 855. Again, instead of entering short at the opening of the candle, if I told you that take a short trade near the resistance, either here or here, don't you think that you would have made this much profit? So this is the year 2016. Where is the open? 813. Where is the close when cycle ended? 800, right? Here, again, you can see that the cycle stayed bearish. Another one I said you don't have to wait till the cycle ends, right? If you have shorted this candle, already you are in good profit. You could have taken profit before the end of the cycle. Now, this is year 2015. Where is the 19th January candle? This is the 19th January candle. Open price was 946 and when cycle ended it was 932. Again, not a big move, but still as per the backtested report, you can see that except 1 year, almost all years it stayed bearish. Okay, next we'll take the example of Tata Motors. Tata Motors will take 1st January to 11th January. It was bullish in last 10 years. Let's go to Tata Motors and let us see whether really it stayed bullish. Okay, this is the 1st January to 11th January. So here is the 1st January. Here is the 11th January 2024, that this year this cycle worked bullish as per the report. Here 1st January till 11th January, yes, it worked. 1st January was a Sunday, so we have taken 2nd January, it worked bullish, it stayed. 2022 from 31st December, because 1st January was a holiday, Saturday, so we have taken 31st December opening to 11th January close, yes, it worked. Now look at this. This is the 1st January and this is the 11th January. Yes, it worked in year 2021 also. And let us see 2020. So you can see that this is the 1st January. This is the 10th January because 11th January was a Saturday and it worked. Here you can see that in year 2019, 1st January till 11th January, yes, it worked. It stayed bullish. Here, this is the 2nd January. Because 1st January was Sunday, 2nd January to 11th January, yes, it worked in 2017. Here you can see that it failed. Here in 2016, 1st January candle opening was 392 and closing on 11th January was 360. So this cycle failed, right? 2016, this cycle failed. And what about the 2015? And you can see that this is the 2015. This is the 1st January open at 489. And 11th January was Sunday, 12th January close was 560. So you can see that Tata Motors, out of 10 years, only 1 year it failed, that is year in 2016. After that, every year, this bullish cycle, as per the backtested report, it worked, right? Can you see the how powerful is the time cycle? We'll see one more example and then we'll backtest on the short-term annual cycle. Okay, now last one more stock we'll check and then we'll go to the short-term cycle. And this time I have selected ITC. ITC have a bullish cycle from 1st January till 20th January for last 10 years. So let's go to the ITC chart and let us see really ITC stayed bullish during this period, that is 1st January till 20th January. Okay, so this is the ITC stock from 1st January till 20th January. So this is the 1st January and this is the 20th January and you can see that it worked, it stayed bullish. Let's go to the next one, that is 2023 and this is the 2023. You can see that this is the 2nd January because 1st January was Sunday. From open till 20th January close, it stayed bullish. This is the year 2022. This is the open price on 31st December because 1st January was Saturday. From the open price till when the 20th January, ITC stayed bullish. This is the 1st January open price 209 and on 20th January close price was 217 and this cycle worked. And this is the year 2020, open price was 238. When the cycle ended, it was 241. This cycle also worked. And this is the 2019. This is the candle where on 1st January opened 282 and when cycle ended, it was 289. And again, here also this cycle worked. This is the 2018. You can see that open price was here at 263 and when cycle was ended, it was at 274. In year 2018 also this bullish cycle worked. And next is, this is the year 2017. 1st January candle was here, open at 242 and on 20th January close was 255 and this cycle worked. And this is the year 2016. Look at this. This year it failed, right? It was working regularly in ITC, but year 2016 it failed. Open price was 218 and when cycle ended, it was 205. So here this bullish cycle failed in year 2016 And look at this. This is the year 2015. 1st January open price was 245, and when cycle ended on 20th January, it was 247. Look at the magic here. Magic is here is on beginning of the day, it was a small doji candle. For next 2 days, it slowly started going up. Then it started falling, it started falling, it started falling. One day before the cycle ended till 19 December, it was making a small doji candle, and on 20th January huge bullish candle came and closed above the open. So can you see the magic here? That is how time cycle can work so powerful. So if you think for a moment, what could be the reason that this huge bullish candle overall cycle was bearish, but only this day it closed above the open of this candle, and after that again it started falling? What could be the reason? That is what I said. Time cycle can work sometimes very powerful like this. And again, second thing I said, you need to know the strategy also, right? It's not about buying at the beginning of cycle and closing at the end of the cycle. It's not so simple. For example, 245 was the open price and close price was, you would have made only 2 points profit if you held on to this trade from the beginning cycle till the end of cycle. But if I told you that don't go long here, don't apply the strategy of the beginning of cycle, rather go for the strategy which is entering late into the cycle. That means when there is a strong support here, maybe going long here for the target of this price, that would have been good strategy, right? So that's why we discuss all this in the strategy section. Okay, now since we have seen the long-term annual cycle report and we have done the back testing for a couple of stocks, now we'll do the same thing in short-term annual cycle. Short-term annual cycle, as I said earlier, it all small, like 2 days, 3 days kind of cycle, right? So it is little bit tricky than long-term annual cycle. So how it is tricky, that we'll see it. Now we'll start with the first one, that is the Deepak Nitrile. It says that 2nd January to 3rd January it was a bullish cycle. That means 2nd January open to 3rd January close was a bullish most of the time from last 10 years. Now let us go to Deepak Nitrile chart and let us do the back testing. Okay, so this is the Deepak Nitrile. You can see that this is the 2nd January candle and this is the 3rd January candle. Look at what is the open 2nd January, 2474 is the open, and what is the close on 3rd January? It is 2480. Though not a big movement from open to close, but don't you think that instead of buying here, instead of going long on the open of the candle, instead of that, had you gone long here, somewhere near here, and booking the profit at the this level would have given you good profit. Now you would say that how I will know that price will go till here? How you will know? Simple answer. What is the target in this cycle? Target is open, right? Open of the beginning of the cycle. That is the target, because up cycle mean whatever the open price. What is the open price here? Open price is 2474. Up cycle mean it is likely to stay above 2474, you know that, right? Because historically it was a up cycle. So you know the target. So that means going long here on a smaller, on a 5 minutes time frame for the target of 2474, don't you think that it was a good long trade based on time cycle information? For example, look at this. 2nd January open was 1995. 3rd January close was 1998. Not a big move, only 3 points. Both candles were bearish, but this was a up cycle. Why? Because what we have to see, open to close of the candle, right? Open is here 1995. Here it was 1998. Now comes the big confusion when you do the short term annual cycle. What I said, for example, here cycle is 2nd to 3rd January, right? You can see that 2nd January was Sunday and previous trading day was 31st December. But cycle was only 2nd January to 3rd January. In that case, I already mentioned that open of 3rd January and close of the 3rd January becomes your cycle, right? So what is the open? 2510, and what is the close? 2530, right? So that is why I mentioned only one single bar here, vertical line. That means even though it was a 2-day cycle, but previous day was Saturday, Sunday, that's why only one day was taken as a open and close of the cycle. Here in year 2021, 2nd January here, this candle, 3rd January candle here. So you can clearly see that it was a bullish and it had worked. Here you can see that this is the year 2020. 2nd January open to 3rd January close. It was bullish and it worked. Here you can see that it failed. In year 2019, this bullish upcycle was failed because open to close was not a positive, it was a negative. What about 2018? 2018 open was 231 and close was 233. So it worked in 2018. 2017, this was the open. Here was the opening candle and here was the close candle and it worked. This is the 2016. Here is the open candle 73 and closed candle was above it and it worked. So again here, right? Here also I said when Saturday, Sunday comes, for example, 2nd January is the Friday, 3rd January was Saturday, 4th January was Sunday. In that case, you will take only 2nd January open to close and it was a bullish. So you can say that 2015 also it worked. Okay, the next one. So we'll take one more, that is the Infosys. 11 to 12 January it is showing it was a bullish cycle. Let us see whether it was right. So this is the year 2024. 11th January to 12th January, you can clearly see that it was a bullish cycle. It worked. However, 2023, you can see that candle body was not big, but look at the open of 12th January. 11th January, it was 1470. And what is the close of 13th January? It was 1480. That means it was a positive closing. That means it was a bullish cycle. How about 2021? You can see that 2021, 11th January, open price 1855 and 12th January close price 1877. So that means this cycle worked in Infosys in year 2022. How about 2021? So 2021, you can see that 11th January open price 1342 and 12th January close price 1371. That means this cycle worked. Okay, now you can see that this is the interesting. You can see that our cycle is 11 to 12 January. But you can see that here 10 January Friday and both 11th and 12th both were Saturday, Sunday. That means beginning cycle, end of the cycle both were Saturday, Sunday. In that case, what you do? In that case, you can take one day before and one day after. Here we have taken 10th January because one day before the cycle and we have taken one day after the cycle. That is Monday, right? That is Friday, 10 January open and we have taken 13 January Monday and 13 January close, and you can clearly see that this bullish cycle worked in year 2020. So here you can see that 11th January was Friday, then 12th and 13th both were Saturday, Sunday. So we should take only one day open and close, right? Here we have taken 11th January open and 11th January close and it was a positive closing. So that means this cycle worked. Here you can see that this is the 11th January Thursday and this is the 12th January, and you can clearly see that it was a positive closing. That means this bullish cycle worked. So this is the 2017. You can see that 11th January to 12th January. So you can see that this is the positive closing, 12th January with big bullish candle. So this cycle worked. And this is the 2016. You can see that 2016 this cycle not worked. So you can see that earlier it was working nicely, but 2016 this failed because this is the open. 528 is the open. Close is 525. It closed negative. That means it was a negative closing. That means this cycle failed in year 2015. And finally, let us see what happened in year 2015. And year 2015, you can see that 11th January was Sunday. So only we have to take 12th January because 12th January cycle is ending. So we have taken the open and close of 12th January, and you can see that 12th January also bullish cycle worked in Infosys. This bullish cycle only failed in year 2016. Otherwise, 2015 it worked. It worked in 2017. It worked in 2018. It worked in 2019. It worked in 2020. It worked in 2021. It worked in 2022. It worked in 2023. And it worked in year 2024 also. Right? So that is the power of time cycle, and you have seen that though it is not a holy grail, but it can work most of the time, but not all the time. So that is what the power of time cycle. Now I know that many of you have questioned how to get this backtested report, both short term and long term. That is what I am going to discuss in the coming slides about how to get this backtested report so that you don't have to spend 6 to 8 months spending sleepless nights. I have already prepared it, and how to get it, that I'll be sharing it in some time. Okay. Now briefly discuss about this slide, how this annual time cycle backtesting report can help traders. So many people must be thinking that they are only Nifty Bank Nifty traders. They don't trade in stocks. How this could be helpful for them? So let me discuss this for Nifty and Bank Nifty traders, how this can be helpful. For that, let me open the annual report and let me show you something. Okay, I open this sheet. Can you see some specific pattern? Look at this. This is March 28 to somewhere first week of April. What you can see here, if you look at closely around this, what you can see? You can see that most of the stocks are bullish, except here and there. Most of the stocks in this period is staying bullish, and most of them are F&O stocks, large cap stocks, right? Another specific date, you can see that around 15 September till month end, what you can see that? You can see that most of the stocks are bearish. You can see that during this period, most of the large cap F&O stocks are bearish. And during the year end, somewhere you can see that around 28th to 30th December, you can see that most of the stocks are bullish, right? Most of the stocks are staying bullish during the year end. That is around third week or fourth week of December. So how you think that this could be beneficial for Nifty Bank Nifty traders? And the simple answer is, you know that Nifty and Bank Nifty is comprised of this large cap stocks, right? So it can help to know the indices movement. That means you have seen that around the end of March, most of the stocks stays bullish. So Nifty Bank Nifty also staying bullish, very, very high probability. So you can see that end of the December I have shown you that most of the stocks stayed bullish. So that means very high probability that Nifty Bank Nifty can also stay bullish. You have seen that around mid-September, most of the stocks stayed bearish. So there is a high chances that Nifty Bank Nifty also can stay bearish around mid-September. So you have seen that how a Nifty Bank Nifty trader also can take the help of this backtested report to take an idea about indices movement. Next one is, it can be very helpful for day traders also. How? They can take help of short-term annual cycle report to have a slight bias whether that stock will be bullish or bearish for that day based on 2 days cycle. What I mean by that, let me show you on the chart how day traders can take use of it. Okay, now how day traders can take help of this short-term backtested report. For example, we have discussed Deepak Nitrile that 2nd January to 3rd January is a bullish cycle, right? That is what we said. That means 2nd January open to 3rd January close will be most of the time will be positive. Now let's go to smaller time frame, 5 minutes time frame and see. Okay, now we have come to the smaller time frame. Okay, this is the 2nd January 5 minutes time frame. First thing what you have to mark, beginning of cycle. That means you have to mark the opening of open, right? You can see that I have marked the open. Open is 2473. That is the open of this cycle on at 9:15 AM on 2nd January. Now don't do anything on the 2nd January. 2nd January don't do anything. 3rd January, when price is trading around this level, what is the level that time? 2440. Now don't you think that you have one important information, only you know, that Deepak Nitrile likely to have a positive closing based on time cycle. What is the positive closing? That means it is likely to stay above this level, right? Because that is what the upcycle means. It has to stay above that level, then only it is known as upcycle, and historically Deepak Nitrile stayed positive. So what you will do in that case, you will go long somewhere here, right, around 2440, and you know the target, right? What is the target? Target, you know that 2473 is your target. So you go long here, and the moment you can see that if you went long around here, the moment it hit the target, you are out, right? You captured this much movement because you knew where is your target based on time cycle. And that is how day traders also can take the help of time cycle, because now they know exactly where is the target, right? Look for risk reward. If you are saying that there is a good risk reward, you are going to get good points if this time cycle works, then enter long or short accordingly. And that is what we discuss in our strategies. Now next is BTST traders also can take the opportunity based on specific setups. So with the help of annual backtested report, sometime it can help the BTST traders also. What is BTST? That is buy today, sell tomorrow. You know that many times you take the buy today, sell tomorrow just without any logic, right? Just you think that, okay, tomorrow market will open gap up. I will buy today and I'll sell tomorrow morning. So you just take it like a gambling, right? Just like a tukka. In Hindi, that is what called as a tukka, right? So by time cycle, you can take the help of BTST trading and based on time cycle. How? Let me show you on the chart. Look at this chart. Infosys, we already seen this, right? We seen this. Infosys from 11th January to 12th January have a up cycle. So being a BTST trader, what one can do is don't take long or short on the day one of the cycle. Day one of the cycle, it stayed bearish. Now you know your target. What is your target now? Once day almost ending, 3:30 market closes, just a few minutes before the market close, what is the open of that cycle? 1524 is the open, right? 1524 is the open. So you already know that this is your target. Because if it's a up cycle, that means next day it has to close above this level, right? Where it is currently closing. Currently closing at 1494. It is closing at 1494. Target is 1524. Right? So you know that if you take a long trade here near the end of the day for the target of 1524, you don't know, after that it can go anyway, but you know that open price was 1524, that is the target. Time cycle has to work, mean it has to close above this level. Now you know your target. So instead of blindly taking buy today, sell tomorrow trades, don't you think that based on time cycle, taking trades have a higher probability? And next day what happened? Next day you can see that big bounce happened. It is true that every time you will not see this kind of bounce, but at least you know that most of the time this time cycle worked historically from January 11 to January 12. You have a very high chances that next day it can close above it. Don't you think that it is one of the best information you have if you are a BTST trader? Instead of taking the simply gambling kind of trades without knowing when to take BTST, based on time cycle, now you have some logic behind taking the trades. Okay, now next one, who else can take the advantage of annual backtested report? Even positional traders can take the use of it. Who are the positional traders? Positional traders are normally not the investors, but neither the short-term traders. They are normally trade in either cash, that means buying in cash and holding it for medium term. That means not for just few days, maybe 1 or 2 months. Such kind of traders are positional traders. How they can take use of it? That means suppose a positional trader, he want to take the trade for medium term, can decide the timing based on annual time cycle. So for example, somebody is big fan of maybe Bajaj Finance stock. So he is looking at the chart and he can see that, okay, Bajaj Finance is making a strong consolidation and overall trend is bullish, right? You can see that 20 MA is bullish and currently for some time it is staying sideways. So he expect Bajaj Finance to break this consolidation and start going up, okay? Because it is making consolidation and he thinks that it will go up. Bajaj Finance, he thinks that it's a bullish stock, everything. Now maybe first week of January he wants to take the position in Bajaj Finance. So before that, what he can do, he can go to long-term annual report whether Bajaj Finance have any up cycle during that time, and he sees that there is no up cycle on the first week of January for the Bajaj Finance. Actually it is a down cycle. Can you see that Bajaj Finance in the right? That means 6th January to 21st January, Bajaj Finance stayed bearish. So then what he will do? He will not take a long position in Bajaj Finance till this time cycle ends, right? And that is how he can take the use of this backtested report to time the market. So that means instead of going long on the first week of January in Bajaj Finance, based on this time cycle, historically 6th January to 21st January, it stayed bearish. So don't you think that instead of taking a long trade immediately in Bajaj Finance, once the down cycle ends, then taking a long trade may be higher probability, because if it takes a long trade somewhere here at the beginning of the down cycle, Bajaj Finance, as per the cycle, if it keeps going down, he will be in loss, right? So that is how even positional traders also can take the help of this annual backtested report for timing the market.
When I learned this new concept annual time cycle series, and when I done the backtesting on historical charts, and when I seen that how nicely it can work on charts, first thing came to my mind whether I should share it with everybody or should I keep it secret. Because you know that many traders, when they identify new strategy or new technique, they try to keep it for themselves, they never reveal to anybody. Because they think that when they reveal their strategy or reveal their concept to others, they think that it will lose its power, it will stop working. That's why many traders, they don't reveal their unique strategy and they keep it secret. But I decided no, I will not keep it only for myself. I will share it to everybody. Everyone should know about this new technique. If not everybody, at least my students and my YouTube followers should know about this new trading method. That's why I decided to make a detailed two-part of video so that this new knowledge can be shared with everybody. And next it came to my mind whether should I share my backtested report with everybody freely or should I charge a huge amount for this backtested report. Because you know that I spent almost 6 to 8 months of sleepless nights to prepare this backtested report. Lot of hard work gone behind preparing this backtested report. So I was thinking that whether should I give it free to everybody or should I charge a big amount for this backtested report. Then I realized that life is always not about money. There are many more things in life than earning money. So that's why I decided I will not charge a separate amount for this backtested report. Then should I give it free to everybody? If I wanted, I could have posted this backtested report below this video in the description section so that anybody can go and download it. But you know that anything in life is given free is not valued. Anything in the life, if we get free, we don't value it. So that's why I decided I will not give it free also. So what I have decided to do? I decided I will not charge separately for this backtested report. So rather I will include this backtested report in my day trading strategy in stocks course and advanced swing trading strategy in stocks. So in my new updated day trading strategy in stocks course and new updated swing trading course, I have included this backtested report. That means in day trading strategy in stocks, you will get short term annual cycle report, and in swing trading course, you will get long term annual cycle report. And along with the report, I said I have made a separate video for strategies to discuss in detail, and those detailed strategies also I have included in day trading strategy in stocks and swing trading course stocks. So strategies based on short term annual cycle I have included in day trading course, and strategies based on long term annual cycle I have included in swing trading course. So from today, that is 28 June 2024, people who have purchased my day trading strategy in stocks course, after the purchase you can send me an email and I share you this annual backtested report. So there are some conditions, and the first one is you can't download this backtested report. So you can watch it, or if you want you can manually transfer in your Excel sheet based on my Excel file, or if you want you can take screenshot and you can keep it folder. And it has only 30 days access. Within 30 days you have to manually transfer the data in your Excel sheet. So that is how you can get my backtested report freely if you purchase swing trading course or day trading strategy in stocks. So that's it guys about this two-part of annual time cycle series. I'll see you soon with a new video. Until then, bye and take care.